Harley found a new CEO. Here's why this decision could turn things around. Harley just made a bold move that could decide its future. A new CEO has taken the reins, and this might be the turning point fans have been begging for. And it's bigger than you think. Let's not beat around the bush. We are saying it out loud. It's already Q2 of 2025, and everyone knows that Harley-Davidson has been riding the edge of a cliff. Sales slipping, loyal riders aging out, electric dreams fading into silence. Everyone knows it. The roar that once shook America has turned into a corporate murmur. And while the badge still screams freedom, behind closed doors, panic is still brewing. And Harley? They aren't just at crossroads, but stalling in the middle of it. Boardroom debates, broken promises, and one too many revivals that went nowhere. The question wasn't if something drastic would happen, but when. And here's the thing. Now, almost halfway through 2025, something has. In the shadows of Wall Street doubt and dealer frustration, the company just made its most important decision in over a decade. A leadership shift that could either reignite the fire or bury the legend. A new name has stepped in, one with a history, a vision, and maybe even a spine. But who is it? And why now? This is what changes everything. He's not just another suit. He might be Harley's last real chance. So, Jochen Zeitz was supposed to step down. That's what the press releases said. That's what the investors were told. But months later, and the real shock isn't who's replacing him, it's that no one has. That's right, the new CEO is still Jochen Zeitz. He's still in the chair, still signing off on major decisions, still the face of Harley-Davidson. And that raises eyebrows. Was the board unable to find a replacement? Or did Zeitz become too essential to walk away? Because behind the scenes, Harley's transition is dragging. And with electric floundering, sales softening, and brand loyalty on life support, the board may have only one card left to play. Stick with the fixer. Maybe Harley isn't ready to let him off the flight deck just yet. I mean, they surely planned his exit, but something forced Harley to hold him back. They had every reason to replace him. Jochen Zeitz had already served as the crisis manager, the bridge to a new era. But here's what the world didn't realize. When push came to shove, Harley-Davidson couldn't afford to let him go. Because right now, he's not just a CEO, he's their firewall against collapse. Behind the scenes, insiders know the truth. Harley isn't stable enough yet. The turnaround Zeitz promised? It's halfway done, and yanking him out now could unravel years of strategic groundwork. From balancing investor trust to stabilizing global supply chains to fending off the electric market's rejection. There's no other leader who understands the entire battlefield like he does. Every boardroom whisper, every delayed announcement points to the same reality. Replacing him isn't just risky. At this point, it could be catastrophic. Harley might not be holding onto Jochen out of confidence. They might be clinging to him out of sheer survival. And it's out in the open now. He stayed for a reason, because the mess beneath is far from over. Zeitz didn't stay because things were going great. He stayed because they weren't. Behind the curtain, Harley is still limping through the very mess he was hired to fix. Livewire, once Harley's electrified promise to the future, is now losing relevance. Its spin-off is stalling, its audience confused. The bold bet on Gen Z barely moved the needle. Young riders aren't showing up like they hoped, and the brand's soul still feels tethered to a past it can't sell forever. Globally, sales haven't bounced back. In key markets even, Harley is being drowned out by cheaper, nimbler competitors. Jochen's blueprint wasn't a quick fix. It was a long, excruciating transformation. You don't abandon a surgery halfway through, and Harley knows it. Every unfinished plan, every delayed pivot, it all leads back to one thing. If they let him go now, the entire rebuild could collapse mid-stride. So yeah, they needed a new leader, but what happened next shocked everyone. By late 2024, Harley's board had quietly launched the search. Behind closed doors, executive recruiters were lining up names, looking for someone bold enough to carry the weight of a legacy and the pressure of a company at war with itself. But what they found was silence. Candidates walked, others didn't fit. Some balked at the challenge, others demanded terms Harley couldn't offer. A few insiders even say one high-profile hire backed out last minute, spooked by what they saw inside. Now, Harley isn't just without a replacement, they're frozen. The board is paralyzed, uncertain whether to make a bold move or wait out the chaos. From the outside, it may look like Zeitz is staying because he wants to, but behind the curtain it's clear they had no one else because of these complexities. And that leaves Harley stuck in a holding pattern, mid-storm with no clear landing in sight. But what's the one thing keeping Harley alive? It's not just leadership. Harley's 2025 roadmap wasn't built for hesitation. New models were teased. Investor expectations were rising. The hardwire strategy, their 5-year transformation blueprint, was entering its most critical phase. But with no clear leadership transition, everything slows down. When the top seat stays uncertain, every decision beneath it becomes a gamble. Engineering teams hesitate on final specs. Marketing campaigns are stuck in limbo. Global distributors are left guessing which direction the brand's really heading. Even promised updates to the hardwire plan like EV restructuring, dealer expansion, and market-specific models are starting to feel delayed. Harley isn't just dealing with a leadership crisis, they're dealing with a ticking clock. Investors want clarity, fans want excitement, and the board? Still caught between action and anxiety. In a year meant to push forward, Harley finds itself idling. They're stuck in neutral with the world watching. It's almost as if instead of getting the much-needed fresh start, Harley is still learning from the same man. The Jochen move might be Harley's biggest gamble yet. To the public eye, Jochen's extended stay might look like stability, a seasoned leader staying the course in uncertain times. Some investors welcomed the familiar name, hoping it signals Harley won't spiral during a delicate phase. Media outlets even framed it as a steady hand holding the reins. But inside the walls of Harley-Davidson, the mood isn't as calm. One insider told Reuters in May, "It doesn't feel like leadership. It feels like they're stuck." Others close to the company say morale is uneven. Teams don't know if they're executing a long-term vision or just stalling for a decision that never comes. Analysts are split. Some call it pragmatic continuity. Others see it as a red flag, evidence that Harley's bench is too shallow, its vision too narrow. Out front, Jochen is still smiling, but behind the curtain, confidence is cracking and the questions are getting louder. The real pressure? It's coming from inside Harley's own future. Let's think about it from the brand's perspective for a minute. It's a final bet on a man supposed to step away. Jochen Zeitz staying could be Harley's smartest move, an anchor in the storm, holding fast while the company finds its footing. Or it's a stall tactic, a reluctant decision masking the fact that Harley may not actually know what comes next. The next few months will decide everything. New models must land. Electric investments have to show progress. And the market? It's watching every move. This is Harley's edge-of-the-cliff moment. Either they leap into a bold new era or stumble back into irrelevance. Jochen's still in the seat, sure, but this time it's not just about riding the bike. It's about steering the whole damn company off the brink or away from it. The next 90 days might be more than a test for Jochen. Will they finally reveal a successor? Will the electric roadmap be revived? Will Wall Street keep its patience if stock prices wobble during the summer lull? Hardwire updates were expected mid-year, which means the deadline's right around the corner. If Harley fumbles that communication, it'll confirm what skeptics fear, that the company is improvising on the fly. Meanwhile, investors are watching for movement, leadership hires, product teasers, supplier changes, any signal of long-term intent. And then there's the wild card. If Jochen suddenly announces he's back for good, the entire Harley narrative could flip again. Can Jochen steer Harley through this storm? Or is the real shakeup still coming? Let us know what you think.